first day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the second day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the third day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 4th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 5th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 6th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 7th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 8th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 8 maids get a beating, 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 9th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 9 ladies kidnapped, 8 maids get a beating, 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat. On the 10th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 10 terrorists a-training, 9 ladies kidnapped, 8 maids get a beating, 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist a-pilot's seat. On the 11th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 11 Muslims rioting, 10 terrorists a-training, 9 ladies kidnapped, 8 maids get a beating, 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist a-pilot's seat. On the 12th day of Ramadan, Muhammad gave to me 12 Gaza rockets, 11 Muslims rioting, 10 terrorists a-training, 9 ladies kidnapped, 8 maids get a beating, 7 guns a-blasting, 6 bombs exploding, 5 child brides, 4 burqa'd women, 3 infidels beheaded, 2 suicide vests and a terrorist in a pilot's seat.
All right. Hey, guys. How are you? God bless you guys. This is not going to be a long one tonight, but Just a couple things I want to say moving forward. So number one is, if that song offended you, welcome to the internet. If it made you laugh, good. Now, I want to talk seriously for a second, because I've spent the last week really praying and really thinking about what we want to do. How we want to go about doing things, and what we want to do, and what is our ultimate goal, right? I've been thinking a lot about this because, of course, as most of you know by now, I was exposed to another group of people who, I happen to enjoy being around. Now, again, I want to just make this very clear that just because you see me hanging around somebody or see somebody that I'm with, it doesn't mean that I endorse all of their behavior, their language, things like that. It just simply means that I back the mission, I back the idea. For instance, we stood out there against the Islamic stuff. I absolutely stand with that and I oppose Islam. Plus, a lot of those guys that I met are actually pretty decent guys. And whether you like them or not, I frankly don't care. But anyway, like I said, this is one of these things where, I have to just talk. And I want to share, again, what we're doing, where we're going, that kind of thing. Just go here. So one, I wanted to come on tonight, and because there's going to be some changes coming to Warriors for Christ, and I wanted to explain them, clearly. I wanted to explain so you guys can all kind of understand where we're going, what we're doing, that kind of thing. Okay. And I think it's important, especially for those who have been following us for years and whatnot, because, the things that we're doing now are nothing like when we first started this ministry. So I wanted to explain, the changes that we're doing. I want to explain them clearly, calmly, and honestly. And, this is not drama. This is not burnout. This is not a shift in beliefs. It's not a shift in courage, and it's not a shift in our conviction. But again, being exposed to a different group of people outside the street preaching group really made me take a look at where we are, and, even my own things, because like I said, those guys are, in my opinion, those are closer to God than most preachers and most street preachers that I know. And they really made me sit back and think, because I've been doing this for years, and, we've had multiple wins and whatnot, but, well, I'll get to that, but let's just go here for a second. So, if you followed us for any length of time, you know that we don't do smoke and we don't do mirrors, right? That's not who we are. We don't exaggerate. We don't pretend. No, Rich is not wanting him to retire. Not at all. But, we don't hide things, that we can't sustain. So tonight I'm going to be straight with you, even if some of this makes some people uncomfortable, because at this point, it doesn't really matter anymore. So let me just say this. First of all, it's the same mission, just we're going to be executing things a little differently. So I want to make this clear so that nobody misinterprets what I'm going to say later. We're still street preaching. That's never going to stop. We are still going to be doing live streaming. Again, that is not going to stop. And we're going to still confront evil in public places. None of that is changing. None of what we do as a ministry, as far as preaching and teaching and that, none of that is changing. What is changing is how the content is delivered and how the ministry is structured behind the scenes. You see, public videos on our YouTube channel are going to be generally shorter moving forward. Unless it's a debate, a major, current event, or a longer talk show style discussion, things are going to be shorter. And that's not watering anything down. That's being effective in the world we're actually living in. Attention spans are shorter. Algorithms punish long form unless there's conflict. And we're choosing wisdom, not compromise. Now, Another major change we're doing is that I'm in the process of building a Warriors for Christ website, and I'm doing it myself. So bear with me. There's a shell up right now. It's functional as far as newsletter go. Membership is there, but I'm working on it. I'm doing it by myself. I've been working on it for the past 4 days, 5 days or so. We're doing that. So we're not outsourcing it. It's not gimmicky. It's no influencer nonsense. It's going to be a central place for information, a newsletter, a proper donation system, and a members area. Now, the members area is not about hiding truth. It's about wisdom. It'll be for interactive Bible study, training, and content that doesn't necessarily belong on public platforms. See, there's a lot of things that I want to share with you that I can't say publicly because we don't want to tip our hand to our enemies. We don't want them to know how we do what we do in order to be effective. So we need to make sure that when we're teaching, like the Bible says, we give this teaching to trusted men. Right? This includes strategy, coordination, and legislative efforts that we do, and discussions that would get people targeted, censored, or shut down if broadcast publicly, which you guys know I'm no stranger to that. So I want you to understand something. Jesus himself did not explain everything to large crowds. That wasn't secrecy. That was discernment. There's something else I want to say, and I need to say it responsibly. As the visibility of this ministry has grown, so have the risks. Not just the ministry, but to my family personally. We've had people lie about us. We've had people try to take our freedom. We've had stalkers for years. And now we have a fatwa against us, nowhere near the level of Jake Lang. They didn't make a whole video threatening to kill me. But once that whole thing happened in Florida, there was a fatwa issued against my family to the point where even our lawyer suggested we start taking precautions as far as wearing, armored clothing, things like that. But beyond that, some of the people, some of the individuals align themselves, right, with drag queen groomers in Oklahoma, who calls those Christians who have actively tried to make the Bible hate speech. Now, some of the same people are aligning themselves with the Muslims. Let that sink in for a second, because this is not theoretical. This is well documented. And that's why some boundaries actually do matter. When I say we're vetting who we allow into our circles, I want you to understand this, because this isn't about ego. It's not about clout. This is about protection. I'm not going to expose my family or the flock to wolves anymore. I've had people email me 4, 5, 10 times a day for the past week. One person email me literally 10 times. The next day, 4 emails. The next day, 6 emails, because I ignored them. Ignoring somebody, by the way, is not persecution. It's a boundary. No one is entitled to access. I want you to understand that. No one is entitled to my time. And no one is entitled to proximity to this ministry. So access is going to be earned through consistency, accountability, and trust. This ministry is not a ladder. This is a responsibility. Now, a lot of patriots that I've met and will be working with going forward, a lot of them made assumptions that we're a fully funded ministry. But we're not. We couldn't even raise the total for our legal fees down in Florida. Not for comfort, not for hotels, but for legal defense, for free speech, for stopping a de facto blasphemy law. At the same time, Jake Lang raised $16,000 to go to Texas. And that's awesome. Believe me, I'm not criticizing him at all. I think that's great. I think it's fantastic, because it really showed me something. And maybe it raises a serious question. How does a ministry literally fighting in court for free speech, struggle to cover our legal costs. It's not an accusation, it's just an observation. How does that happen? How does it happen? The court wins that we've won. Shutting down drag queen story hours, dismantling pride events, shutting down a child trafficking ring, putting pedophiles in jail. And how is it that this ministry can't be funded fully? So I had to ask myself this question. Because here's something people don't like hearing. These patriots that so many so-called social media Christians despise, you see, they actually care about the soul of this country. You see, they see the threat. They understand what's at stake. And they're willing to invest their time and their money and the risk to stop it. Meanwhile, a huge portion of the modern church does nothing. They like to complain online. They argue theology. They sit in churches every Sunday while the world around them burns. They want someone else to take the hit, someone else to take the risk, someone else to pay the price. For perspective, I'm the first Christian in America to be threatened with jail for posting Bible verses on social media. And now I'm one of the first to be threatened with felony hate crime charges for preaching against Muhammad. And that didn't happen overseas. That happened here in America. And the churches, they did nothing. Matter of fact, a lot of them came against us for doing that, until we won, of course. But there was no urgency, no mobilization. The threat is real, and the threat is here. So if you want to play church, that's fine. Be my guest. Sit in the pews, post online. But you are not who God is looking for right now. God wants Davids, men and women who won't sit in the trenches while the Goliaths blaspheme him. Because faithfulness always costs something, whether you want to admit it or not. Recently in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, we wanted to go stand and speak. We've had people reach out to us and ask us to come and speak against the building of a new mosque. We couldn't go because we didn't have the gas money to get there. And a city elder, by the way, who claims to be a Christian, she didn't want to be associated with me because I'm an activist. And we wonder why Islam is knocking at the door. That tells you where we are. Comfortable, safe, compromised. It's not persecution, that's compromise. And then you have, of course, the conservative movement. Nicki Minaj, somebody who is filthy, disgusting, sexually deviant, advocating for conservative values now. Is that what conservatism is now? Nicki Minaj is the representative for conservative values in America? No, thank you. No, thank you. So I want you to understand something here. Here's the upcoming. Here's the reality check in our upcoming schedule. We have Las Vegas, New Year's Eve. Mid-January, Minnesota. At the end of January, we have Florida. And under the current model, the way things are now, I don't know how we're going to get the funds to do all these things. And pretending otherwise would simply be irresponsible. Now, I'm going to give you the biblical principle that most people ignore. You see, people, they don't value what costs them nothing, which is why I believe Christianity is in the shape of it, because it doesn't cost anybody really anything anymore. Let's just be truthful. It doesn't. Scripture says where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. Free content creates spectators. Investment creates ownership. Movements fail. Institutions last. So we're building sustainability so we can travel more, so we can preach more, and confront evil where it actually exists, not for lifestyle, but for ministry. So Warriors for Christ is not retreating. We're consolidating so that we can grow and leave something to somebody else to pick up the mantle when I can't do this anymore. If the ministry has value to you, you're going to help carry it. If not, well, we're going to keep going anyway. So the mission has not changed. We're just done pretending that the mission doesn't cost anything. And that's all I got to say about that. So I just wanted to make a statement to you guys, let you know we're going to move forward, because this is something I've spent a great deal of time on. And if you go to our website, it's warriorsforchrist.us. Again, it's not finished yet. I'm literally doing it myself. I have not outsourced it. I have not hired anybody. I'm literally building it myself. There's a couple things functional right now. Not everything is, of course. But again, this was something Ruben talked a lot about before he died with me. Something he wanted to do. Have something back end to train and disciple people. Because again, not everything we do can be dealt with publicly. So we want to have a hub for that. We want to have a place, and because we get banned so much, we need to centralize everything. Because, Facebook takes us down all the time. YouTube censors us. We're shadow banned there. Instagram, once we get a ban, you're done for 90 days. TikTok, well, TikTok. So we need to have a central hub where people can come for the information, and all these things here. And, like I said, Bible teaching, we're going to have it interactive, where people are going to come on there and we're going to engage with one another. We're going to do it Ruben style, the way Rubens do it. We sit around, we scripture, and we talk and we learn and we bounce ideas off each other, questions and answers, things like that. We're all people, everybody involved, everybody can be involved. We're forming a community. And again, if you want to be part of that, we welcome you. But again, we're making sure, because people are not going to sign up with gift cards, because we want to make sure we vet everybody. And again, if you don't like that, then you can move along. Again, that's not that is not an attack. That is simply just a planning and sustainability, and to create a hub. Because again, social media, it's just a matter of time before it's just a matter of time before all Democrat gets in and we all get shut down again. So, we want to have because again, I've been shut down so much. And if I had done this in the beginning, perhaps all the people that followed us back in 2018, before Facebook yanked all our stuff down and YouTube took our other account away, perhaps, a lot of people wouldn't struggle to find us and what we're doing now. So that's where we're at. And again, you guys can go check it out if you want. Again, it's not finished yet, but it's going to be warriorsforchrist.us. Again, the website's not finished yet. I'm building myself. Again, we don't have the bit.ly Sword of Christ anymore. If you want to donate now, it's warriorsforchrist.us/give. We have PayPal, all the PayPal, the Venmo, all those links are on that page as well. So it's all consolidated in one hub. Now, if you don't want to use the page and you want to go to Venmo, it's at Warriors for Christ Ministry. Cash App is $WFC Church. Zelle is support@christianjournal.net. But if you go on the warriorsforchrist.us/give, all the links are there for that platform. That again, consolidating and putting it all in one place. So again, I hope you guys understand why we're doing this. If you don't, that's fine too. But again, we have to live in the climate that we're in right now. And the fact is, most people can't do more than 20-minute videos anymore. It's a shame that it is that way, but it is what it is. And our goal is to reach people. So, and that's just the way it's got to be. But again, warriorsforchrist.us, there's not much to it yet. There's some information there. Obviously, the newsletter's there. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, we put that right at the top, so you can do that. So we can start sending emails out. You can send up for text messages when we do these types of videos and we do the other stuff. The membership area is built in the back end. We just got to finish it up to tighten it up and all that kind of stuff there. But we're also going to tier it eventually too. So we're going to, right now it's just, whatever Q&A and Bible study interactive. And then we're going to do another tier where every month, if you sign up for that membership tier, we're going to mail out t-shirts, every month to those people that sign up for that one. It's only gonna be like $20 a month, but you get a t-shirt every month, part of that deal. And then, so because we want to give back, right? As far as ministry goes, we want to give preaching shirts. We want you to be walking billboards, right? So when you go out in public, people can see, so we want people to see Jesus when they go out there, t-shirts, jackets, things like that. You'd be surprised how many people stop us when we're out in public, oh my gosh, we've had a little lady stop us and, their phones and they're reading scripture to us because of our jackets, because of our shirts when we go out in public. So that's going to be the second tier too. Is giving out a t-shirt if you sign up for that. Now that's not ready yet. It's coming soon. But if you do want to, hats, we could do that. Now we don't have the machine for that yet. We're going to be looking to get that in March, the machines to do that kind of stuff. Because if you look here, this is actually sewn in. This is a lot better than the vinyl on hats because hats move a lot and the vinyl tends to peel off. So we want to embroider them on the hats. So Amanda does have an embroidery machine, but again, we have one thing at a time. We can't throw everything in too fast. We'll figure that out. So again, you guys, we appreciate you all, those who follow us. And like I said, if you're not, comfortable with this new direction we're going in, that's fine. You're still welcome to follow us here. But a lot of the other stuff is going to be more, like I said, interactive. Because again, when I come on and do a video for 2 hours, I see chats, and it's hard sometimes because you got this guy, 10 questions, and it's hard to, try to answer one and then have another one come in and answer that one. So we want to be able to give, how to teach apologetics and polemics arguments. When somebody comes at you with a oneness or, a Muslim, a lot of people don't understand the difference between the Quran and a hadith, and they'll quote hadith and they'll tell a Muslim, well, this is the Quran says it is not true, and you lose credibility. So we want to make sure that people have the accurate information out there as they're witnessing to others. We want to give you the tools and the resources. So we have a section, part of that member thing, we're going to have resources where you can print out and you can use, right? We're putting all that together now. Printable resources. We have things we're going to mail out as well. They're going to be about this big, maybe a little bit bigger than this, maybe about this big and about this thick. So we're putting together little booklets to give away to give out as well. But again, that's further down the road. But we're going to make resources available to you guys in that section, in the members section, and that's going to be the tier 1 and above. But because it's important that you have that. And yes, we are going to have a yearly gathering in Florida. That's the plan as well. Yearly down in Florida. I think it's going to be March of this. March of this year. Pastor Victor is going to have something in March. So we're going to do that. And we plan to do something like that every year. So be on the lookout for that too, because on the website, we'll have those events pages just like that as well. So you'll know events, gatherings, because, when that thing happened in Florida, Pastor Victor really was the only church that called us. Pastor Victor was the only one that, just want to make sure, hey, how you guys doing? Because, I got 6 kids here. So the idea of me going to jail wasn't exactly thrilling. But again, we count that as the cost. Right? It's not the first time I've been threatened with jail. It certainly won't be the last time. And I'm sure there's going to come a time where I actually will be in jail because that's just the way it goes. Remember, Jesus was crucified for speech. So how can we think that, things are going to be different with us? They're not. So, again, really, he's the only one that called. I call and check on Ricardo because Ricardo lost his job because of the preaching down there. I'm not going to say his company yet because I was asked not to, because they are going to be, they're going to be paying him to the end of the month at least. So he doesn't want to do anything with that, but I'm going to put who they are soon. That'll be on the website as well, so that you guys want to know who these companies are that are capitulating to Islam. These companies that don't want to, fight for free speech. They don't want to fight for Christian values. What they want to do is they simply want to, they're basically woke, right? And they're all about themselves. They're all about just, we got to protect this. So we want to be really careful with that stuff. We want to make sure that you guys are aware of who these companies are, what they represent, so you know where to spend your money wisely if you can help it. So again, thank you all for joining me tonight. We appreciate you all. We love you all. And God bless. Again, the website is warriorsforchrist.us. We have a field report on there, like we're going to do a blog. We have that on there as well. But like I said, we have a lot of mission trips coming up over the course of the next month, and we need your help. And this is part of the way we're going to help to do that. Again, warriorsforchrist.us/give. If you want to support the ministry and our expenses and our travel expenses, we're going to be preaching at 3 different mosques out there in Vegas, two or three different mosques in front of Caesar's Palace. Like I said, we're going to be with Jake out there. We're going to be up there in Minnesota. And then he's going to be coming to hopefully he's going to be coming to the Somali Fest. I know he's really interested in June. That's what Ruben wanted to do before he died. That's really dangerous. So anyway, appreciate you guys. The show's not over. We're still doing these videos like this. Like I said, we're just going to do 20 minutes at a time, be half an hour. We're not going to do 2-hour videos anymore. That's all. But again, we're going to have the website where everything's going to be put on there as far as the interactive live Bible study goes. We're still going to do videos here. We're not stopping that. All the live stream preaching that we do out there, we're going to still be live streaming on this channel. So when we're out there preaching somewhere, everything will be live streamed on this channel still. And then the website will give a summary of what happened, if that makes sense. So again, wordsforchrist.us, bookmark it if you can. Right on the front page, there's a place you can sign up for the newsletter. Where you can sign up. That doesn't cost any money, obviously. But this way we can keep in contact with you, let you guys know what we're doing outside of these platforms, which shadow ban us routinely, and don't let the things get out there. This just seems like the better way to do it going forward. So again, love you guys. God bless you guys. And we look forward to seeing you more and more interacting on the website, because we're going to create a community for other people to use as well. But make sure you keep subscribed to the channels, because like I said, we're still going to live stream. We're still going to preach. We're still going to live stream all our preaches. Nothing has changed. It's a matter of where things are going to be located mostly, as far as the longer form videos. That's all. What? What? I can't hear you. Go ahead, say it.
I was going to say subscribe.
So, go ahead, say it.
Subscribe,
right?
I didn't,
all right. Love you guys. God bless. And we'll see you guys hopefully, let's see, what's today? Sunday. We'll see you guys Tuesday night for another short video. But again, wordsforchrist.us. Go over there, sign up for the newsletter, bookmark the site. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the inside of that. God bless you.